Hey, warrior friend, welcome to my supplement page. And I just wanted to let you know why I created these because probably like you, I was on a journey. For the last 20 years, I've been doing all different sorts of things. I'm a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner, which means that I look for root cause issues in your tissues that are causing you to suffer with symptoms and sadness and a level of stuckness that maybe you're not even sure why. Maybe you're super sick. And this is me for a very long time. And I took a lot of supplements. In fact, at one point, I had about 30 supplements in my shelves, and I was like, oh, okay, enough is enough. Like, how did I even get here? Which supplements for what? And who told me to take this? And my one doctor told me this, and my coach told me to take this, and I read somewhere online this, and I watched something on Dr. Oz that. So this is the journey that I've been on, just like you. And you start to wonder, I'm spending so much money on supplements. Are they even doing what I bought them with the intention of achieving? So this is why I put this whole thing together, because I've worked with several clients in over 15 countries all around the world, several thousands of women and men from all around the world. And they basically come to me with a bag full of supplements, and they're like, here's all this stuff I've been taking. And my first question for them is like, where'd you learn about these? Why did you start taking them? And then they would tell me much of the time, like you're probably like, I don't know. Someone told me, my friend told me to take it. My friend said it was really helping them. And so you end up with this big pile. And then my next question is, are you feeling a difference? Do they make you feel better? Or are you just taking them because someone told you to, and that you feel like maybe if you take them long enough, then you will feel better because you should feel better because someone told you that this is how they made them feel. So maybe if you take them long enough, it'll work, right? And then maybe you're taking things because, buy one, get one free. And you're like, oh, great, buy one, get one free. And it says that I should have more energy or more fat loss. And we all and that hook gets us, right? So then you start taking these things, and much of the time, the majority of the time, when I see them, they're very toxic products. They're filled with a lot of binders and fillers and artificial ingredients and artificial colors and things that actually block your body's ability to absorb them. So the reason that I created this entire website, this entire supplement protocol, is to help you get well by looking at practitioner grade supplements that have really high levels of nutrients that improve and increase your body's ability to absorb them and get where they need to go. Because today, when you look at the majority of people, they're taking a multi, they're taking omegas, they're taking vitamin D, maybe some are taking vitamin D, maybe you're taking a probiotic. And a lot of these things can only get to where they need to go to the extent that your cells have the open doors and receptor sites to receive them. I'm not going to turn this into a big chemistry experiment or a biology course or a video, but I do want you to understand this. Nutrients, hormones, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, anything can only get into the cell to the extent that the cell can receive them. So the reason why cells could not receive them is because they're extremely toxic. Our body is extremely toxic, and this goes for all of us. So maybe you've been listening to this and you're like, I've never even done a cleanse. I don't really have liver support on a regular basis. So I want you to do the quiz if you haven't already and learn more about which one of the supplements below makes sense for you, or also take the quiz to see what kit is the best for you. I recommend that every person be on probiotics, adrenal support, and liver detoxification. It spells PAL. When you're on adrenal supplementation, you're also supporting the thyroid. And I used to have Hashimoto's hypothyroid myself, and I reversed it by clearing my body, the toxins that were causing it, as well as the gut pathogens that were also creating it, as well as clearing the things that lived inside of my body that were perpetuating inflammation. So that's for another video. But I do recommend that if you are going to take supplements, you take high quality supplements. You're also taking supplements that are touted by practitioners that have high levels of amounts of nutrients so that they can have a higher chance of getting into the body. And then you're also approaching your body where you're cleansing it so that the things that you're taking can get into where they need to go, as well as probiotics. Many people think, oh, I take a probiotic, so I can check that off. Every probiotic is the same as other probiotics. That is also very far from the truth. It's like saying, oh, I drive a car, and you may have like a 1990 Honda Civic versus if you look at like right now, if you were to drive like an Aston Martin or something like that. So I'm talking about these supplements are more like an Aston Martin quality. I have an Audi, so I would just rather say it's an Audi versus a Honda Accord from the 1990s. So in order for you to properly feel what your desired goals are, which I know is to cleanse your body, heal your hormones and gut, and ignite your life, so that you have the energy and the confidence and the beauty and the immunity to be able just, first of all, to have a normal life, right? Then you add on top of that, I want an exceptional life. If you want an exceptional life, you have to give your body exceptional nutrients. You can't expect to go to CVS and buy one, get one free crappy things that are filled with all kinds of toxins and binders that actually block the same place that nutrients would get in. It just doesn't work. You really get what you pay for. So if you look at some of these statistics, food today is not what it once was. It used to be that it had 80 plus minerals in the soil, and now it has 4. And 95% plus of the soil today is genetically modified. And so foods today just do not provide the nutrients and minerals and vitamins that we need. And so many of you may be thinking, oh, I can get all the vitamins and nutrients I need from foods that I consume. And I wish that was the case, but it's not. So when you go through and take my neurotoxic quiz, you will also get a customized score for you and recommendations for the supplements that I recommend, the packages, the detoxification support, far beyond many things that most people who are doing any kind of cleanses today are doing it wrong. They're taking, spirulina and chlorella and cilantro, which are great, but they don't get deep into the cell to pull the toxins out so the good stuff can get in. So I have this whole ecosystem, this whole approach that will help support your body go to the deepest level of cleansing, so that you can go to the more advanced and deep level of healing with your gut and your hormones, and you can really start to feel that spark and inner purpose with igniting your life. And I do recommend that when you do that, you download the free ebook, because the ebook will talk to you about all the statistics and all the history of how we got to where we are today with our food system, because it takes like 5 heads of broccoli today to get the same nutritional value as 1 head of broccoli offered years ago, like 100 years ago. And oranges, you need to eat like 6 or 8 oranges today. They used to offer the same vitamin A as 1 orange did like 100 years ago. We are zinc deficient in our food, and we are magnesium deficient in our foods. And zinc is so important. Zinc is important for your immune system. It's important for progesterone. For most of us have estrogen dominance today, which is why we have weight gain, body pain, energy drain, and broken brain. And then also, zinc is really important for testosterone production. So the multivitamin that I have here has high levels of zinc in it, which also helps to support a healthy immune system. So there's many things that I have in here for you guys, recommendations. B6 is also in several of these formulas, and B6 helps to flush harmful estrogens out of the body, which is many women, they have hormonal issues, and they go to the doctor, they run a blood test, and maybe that's you, and they say everything looks okay, but we don't like that you have mood-related issues, so take an antidepressant so you can numb out the feels about your symptoms. But really, it might just be that you have estrogen dominance. So if you wanted to take a step further and customize your supplements, we could totally talk about that. You can go to dianekaiser.com/call and book an appointment with me. But for the most part, those of you who just want to start here with a healthy supplementation protocol, instead of taking multiple supplements for multiple different things that you don't even know, then start with phase 1, which is the probiotics, the adrenal support, liver detoxification, and then take the quiz to see what beyond that you need. And you could also get discounts for doing supplements and subscriptions and saving. I also have kits below, which is the Chi Staples or the Chi Complete that you can do. And I highly recommend that you give them at least a 3-month journey, because you really can't tell until you do something for 3 full months to feel the difference. As well as, I can't emphasize enough the importance of going deep into the cells to clear the toxins, because if you really want to get well, you must fix the cell. And so I talk about that in the quiz. These supplements are not listed in my supplement store here, but you will when you do the quiz. There will be links in there so that you guys can learn more about how you can get deep into the cell to detox, as well as the advanced formulas that I recommend that have been breakthroughs from cardiologist doctors that have been discovered, that a handful of doctors all around the world are having major success with their patients to reverse disease, as well as symptoms, sickness, and suffering. So without further ado, take a look at the quiz below, take a look at all the supplements, as well, the top 5 reasons I recommend each one of the supplements. And if you have any questions about any of these, don't hesitate to reach out to us, dianekaiser.com/contact. And these supplements are, yes, pink, so they look like they are for women only, but I will say that men can take these as well, and it would be around the same levels because these are gender neutral. However, I did want to make sure I was speaking to my primary market, which is women. So anyway, please take the quiz. I look forward to hearing about what you learned with the quiz, what you learned about yourself, and ultimately hearing how these supplements are going to help you in your journey to find optimal wellness, to cleanse your body, heal your hormones, and ignite your life.